My dears, welcome to Echo of Nana Grace. Pull up a chair, the kettle's on, and the stories are fierce.
Hello, my dear. How are you all today? I hope you're doing okay. If not, that's all right too. Please take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Wherever you are right now, just pause for a moment and listen. My name is Nana Grace, and today I want to tell you my real story. I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm not here to give advice. I just want to share something I've been carrying quietly for a very long time. I am 79 years old. I live alone now, in a small house on a quiet street. It's the kind of street where nothing much happens. Cars pass by slowly, children don't play outside anymore, and most nights you can hear your own thoughts. People say old age makes life simple. In some ways, it does, but in other ways, it makes memories louder.
Every evening at exactly 7:15 p.m., I walk to my front door and turn on the porch light. I've been doing this every single night for the past 12 years. No matter how tired I am, no matter how cold or hot it is, no matter how heavy my heart feels, the light always goes on. The neighbors notice it. Some of them think it's a habit. Some think I'm forgetful. One even joked that I must be afraid of the dark. But none of them ever asked me why. And maybe that's okay. Some questions don't need answers. They just need space.
12 years ago, I wasn't living alone. My son lived with me. He was grown, of course, strong, quiet, always in a hurry. The kind of man who didn't talk much, but always made sure I ate dinner. That night, he was late for work. I remember it clearly because the soup was getting cold. He was tying his shoes near the door, and I was standing in the kitchen pretending not to worry. Before he left, I said, "I'll leave the porch light on." He smiled and said, "I know, Mom, you always do." That was the last conversation we ever had. The phone rang around midnight. You never forget the sound of that call. Even now, sometimes when my phone rings, my chest tightens for a second. There was an accident, a dark road, a moment that changed everything. I remember the hospital hallway, the smell of disinfectant, the way the doctor wouldn't look me in the eyes. I don't remember screaming, but they told me I did.
After the funeral, people filled my house. They brought food, they brought words, they brought silence when words failed. Everyone said the same thing, just in different ways. Be strong. Time will heal. You have to move on. I nodded. I thanked them. I smiled when I could. But no one told me how to stop waiting. That first night after he died, I stood by the front door and looked at the light switch. My hand hovered there for a long time. Turning it off felt wrong, like closing a door that was still open, like saying goodbye when I wasn't ready. So I left it on. Just for that night, I told myself. The next night, I did the same. Then the night after that. At first, I told myself it was temporary, just until my heart caught up with reality. But something strange happened. As long as the light was on, I felt like a mother. Turning it off felt like admitting that no one was coming home anymore.
The accident, the hospital, even the sound of my son's voice was starting to blur. So I told her the truth, the version my heart still knew. I said, "I don't remember exactly, but I know someone is supposed to find their way home." She nodded politely, but I could see the confusion in her eyes. That's all right. Some things aren't meant to be understood by everyone. People think grief ends. They imagine it like a storm that passes, leaving clear skies behind. But grief doesn't leave. It changes shape. Sometimes it's heavy. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's just a light left on when the rest of the world is asleep. There are nights when I sit near the window and watch the light glow against the darkness. I don't imagine footsteps anymore. I don't expect the door to open, but I let myself remember. And remembering, even when it hurts, feels better than pretending nothing was ever lost.
If you're listening to this and you're waiting for someone, maybe not at a door, maybe not with a light, maybe you're waiting in memories, or in silence, or in the middle of the night when sleep won't come. I want you to know something. Waiting doesn't make you weak. It means you loved deeply. One day, perhaps, the light will go out. Not because love ended, but because it no longer needs to prove itself. Until then, I will keep turning it on. Because as long as it's glowing, my story isn't over. And neither is yours. Thank you for listening, my dear. If this story found you, maybe you needed it. Take care of your heart. And if you're waiting for someone, in any way, you're not alone.